grandma since I was 8 years old. And it's been a hard way and it's been a long road, but I have been having a lot of people support me since the day I was born, and I am blessed to have people in my life.
I was living with my mother the entire time until I was about 21. And when I was 21, I got evicted from my mother's house. I lived in a group home for about 2015 up until summer 2016.
I'm actually living in a group home right now until basically going to be living on my own very soon.
Wraparound Community Services is all about allowing individuals with disabilities who would otherwise be living in residential programs or at high-risk for placement in residential programs the opportunity to remain in the community, live on their own, or re-enter the community who are living in a residential program.
What this program does, it brings together family care, shared services, and independent living in apartments, so it's unique in that respect.
Supportive Living is a program designed for individuals who are living on their own in apartments or want to live with a caregiver. That program provides the same supports as the other two programs, but works directly with the individual who is usually, our experience at this point, living alone in an apartment to ensure that they can remain in their apartment. We call it a forever home.
I didn't really have any good advocates or any people that would support me no matter what happened. I had people who lived nearby me in my apartment who would support me. I can call them if I need help. Basically, I don't feel trapped anymore. Basically, I make my own doctor's appointments and I do my own grocery shopping. I feel like there's a lot more freedom. Wraparound has taught me, the value of conserving my money, the value of, keeping the apartment clean, the value of, teaching me more responsibilities. I think the next step after Wraparound is for me to fully become independent, and I see Wraparound as training wheels to the bike.
This program's the best in the agency in the New York State period. This program's excellent. They've been there doing a lot of good stuff for me. My stress level is not like it was before. It's basically like a 0 right now. I'm doing stuff I need to do. I'm going to see family more often than I used to. Seeing family, it's not really stressing me out like it was before. I couldn't see family. That really was stressing me out the most.
Our family care program is a little unique to the state in that a family care provider working in Wraparound Community Services will have a direct support professional working with them, a nurse working with the individual and the family care provider. They also will have extensive training on our program model and also on how the individual who is living in family care is going to get their services and the training on those services on a daily basis from our program. Family Support Services is a program. Many of the families with disabilities who are aging have a very difficult time providing care to an individual with disabilities in their home as they begin to age. These individuals traditionally would go onto a priority list and then eventually live in an IRA in the community. Wraparound Community Services comes in and attempts to alleviate the stressors that created the need for the out-of-home placement and work closely with the family to provide the supports that will allow the individual to live at home.
We've talked about her moving out and being on her own one day, and she's kind of working towards that. It's an adjustment for Grandma. She knows that, so we're kind of working with Grandma to accept that one day that might happen.
There might be some days that I do need help, but if I can put my mind to it, there's nothing I can't stop with.
I can't even put it into words. When Lori lives on her own, I'll have a combination of feeling happy and sad. Because one, I'm happy that she finally made it. And I'm sad because I'll not be at the end, but near the end. And my job will have been done. I really feel that that is the goal of the Wraparound program, is to make them as independent as possible. With the Wraparound program, even now when I'm away, she's doing the things independently on her own without anybody asking her or telling her to do it. It's actually also surprised her grandmother. Just, Lori just got up one day and said, the dishes were in the sink, let me just wash the dishes. I mean, that's the part that the Wraparound program has helped me, and the way I talk to her now is a little differently. And I tell her, even if I'm not here and you see the dishes in there, just take it upon yourself and just do it. It's okay.
It's wonderful to hear that transformation. The first thing you see is that the stress level drops for everybody involved. The second thing that you see is that there's some momentum and some success in achieving some of the service goals that may have proved difficult. And then the building of a circle of support, the building of a team, not only of our Wraparound Community Services, but the partners, the churches, the mental health providers, the doctors, everybody that's going to touch the life of that individual, joining together as a circle of support coordinated by Wraparound Community Services has made a tremendous difference in almost all of the individuals that we've worked with. We've had 2 individuals who've left residential care for the first time in many years and are now living in apartments on their own. We're very proud of that, and all you need to do is see the smile on their faces when you come into their apartment to know the impact that that's had on them.
This has been a model program for the state, and our hope is that the rest of the state will take this model on. So throughout the state, they'll have these programs. That would be my dream, to see that happen, because then we're helping so many more people throughout.